Now, I have taken the combination of the solids, two combination of the solids. So, in your solution book, I have taken the problem number 12 in page number 156. The problem is like this: a cone of base diameter 30 millimeter and height 40 millimeter rests centrally over a cube of side 50 millimeter. Full stop. Draw the isometric projection of the combination of the solids. So, read the problem carefully and identify how many objects are given in the problem. So, if you read this problem, so there are two objects. One is the cone of base diameter 30 millimeter and height 40. This is the one object. And the second object is a cube of side 50 millimeters. So, how to keep these two objects? So, first he has given, we have to take a cube of side 50 millimeter and over which I have to keep the cone of base diameter 30 millimeter and height 40 millimeter. Okay. So, first object is the cube of side 50 millimeter and the second one is, the second object is cone of base diameter 30 mm and height 40 millimeters. So, these are the two objects which are given in the problem. So, first I have to construct the isometric projection of the cube of side 50 millimeter. Next, over the top face of the cube, I have to keep the second object, that is the cone of base diameter 30 millimeter and height 40 millimeter. Clear? So, as we know that in the cube all the 6 faces are having the same dimension. So, then we call that as a cube. Suppose the lateral face, the dimension of the lateral face is equal to the end face of the object, then we call it as a cube. If the lateral face is not equal to the dimension of the end face of the object, then we call it as a prism. Okay. So, in case of cube, the lateral face is equal to the end face of the object. Clear? So, here first thing is I have to construct the cube of side 50 millimeter. So, the end face of the cube is square of 50 millimeter. So, this is the square of 50 millimeter. Clear? When we observe from the top. First thing is I have to construct the isometric projection of the end face of the object. So, first I will take the base of the cube. So, it is having 4 corners, 1, 2, 3 and the 4 corner, and it is having the square shape, that is 50 millimeter. So, first I will construct the base or the bottom face of a cube, so which measures 50 millimeter. So, as in the earlier case I explained, in the isometric sheet one unit will measures 8.154 millimeter. That means already reduced scale has been given in the isometric sheet. That is why need not necessary to convert the true length into isometric length. Clear? So, these iso sheets are helpful directly to measure the dimension in the isometric dimensions only or in the isometric length only. So, 1 to 2 will measures 50 millimeter. So, this is my reference point 1. So, from 1 to 2 you take the 5 units 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So, this is the corner 2. So, join this 1 to 2. Similarly, I have to take 2 to 3 along this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, this is the third corner. Similarly, measure the 5 units 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the corner 4 and close the figure. So, now this 1, 2, 3, 4 indicates the bottom face or the base of a cube. Similarly, I have to construct the top face. top face of the cube, and the height of the cube will be 50 millimeters, because in the cube the side of the cube is equal to the lateral face. So that means the lateral face will measures an height of 50 millimeters. Okay. So from each corner I have to lift it by 50 millimeters. So suppose if I take the corner of the object, this is corner 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this is the lateral face, and this lateral edge measures 50 millimeter. Clear? So now I have to construct the top face corners of the cube. So then the height of the corner will be 50 millimeters. From 1 I have to raise it by 5 units, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it will be coincides with the corner 3 only. So I will write this as a corner 5. Similarly, the corner 2 will be lifted, raised by 5 units, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this will becomes the corner 6. And from 3, corner 3, so you take vertically upwards for a 5 units, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is my 7, corner 7. And the corner 4 is also raised by 5 units, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is the corner 8. So each corner will be raised by 5 units, because the height of the cube is 50 millimeters. So now join this 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 and 8 to 5. So now this 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will represents the top face of a cube. That will represent the top face of a cube. So I have drawn it by the green color, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this represents the top face of a cube. So over this top face I have to keep the one more object, that is the cone, which is having the base diameter 30 millimeter and height 40 millimeters. Clear? So as I told, whenever we have a circular base, so when it is tilted through an angle, then it will appears as a ellipse. So that's why I have to construct the ellipse on the top face of the cube. That will becomes the base of the cone. Okay. So in the isometric projection, the circle will appears as a ellipse. So I explained how to construct the ellipse by the 4 center method in the previous session. So now consider the top surface 5, 6, 7, 8, and within that face you construct the ellipse by 4 center method. Now this 5 to 6 is measuring 5 units, and I have to locate the center of the each side of the top face. So 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 and 8 to 5. So I have to locate the center of each side. So each side will measures 50 millimeter and center of that one will be the 25 millimeter. That means 2.5 unit. So this is the center of the side 5 to 6, and I will call this as in P, and 6 to 7. So 2.5 units. So I will call this as in Q. Similarly, the center of this side I will call it as an R. The center of this side I will call it as an S. P, Q, R, S is the center of the each side. Clear? Now join 5 to Q and 5 to R. Similarly, join 7 to P and 7 to 5. So now take the compass, keep this 5 as a center and 5Q as a distance, draw an arc. Similarly, keep this 7 as a center, 7p as a distance, draw one more arc. Okay. So, now consider the intersection of the 5q and 7p, and this intersection I will call it as an M, and intersection of these two lines I will call it as an N. So, now keep this M as center, MQ as a distance, draw an arc. Keep this N as a center, NR as a distance, draw one more arc. Now, you can see we have constructed the ellipse by 4 center method. So, now this will becomes the base of the cone, and what is the height of the cone? The height of the cone is 50 millimeter. Okay. So, this height will be measured from the center of the top face of the cube. So, to identify the center of the top face of the cube, so here the top face is 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have to locate the center of that. So, the center will be located by joining the 6 to 8 diagonally and 5 to 7. So, intersection of that will becomes the center, and I will call this O as the center of the top face of the cube. Next, with respect to this O, I have to take the height of the cone 40 millimeters. So, with respect to this, you measure the 4 units, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, this is the center, this is the apex of the cone. So, I will call this as an O1. O1 is the apex of the cone. So, now with respect to this O1, draw a tangent to the ellipse. So, draw the tangent to the ellipse on either side. So, now you can see this is the cone of base diameter 30 millimeter and 40 millimeter height. It is constructed in the isometric projection. So, in the isometric projection, whichever is the visible lines, only those lines will be highlighted, and we should not show any hidden lines, and we should not make any notations. You erase all the notations which we have used for the construction purpose. Now, when you observe from the front, so whichever is the visible edges are there, so you make them as a thick line. So, this line is visible, you make it as a thick, this line is visible, this is also thick, this line is visible, this is the visible line, and this is the visible line, and this is the visible line, and this is also visible line, and only this portion will be visible here, you make it as a thick, and this portion is visible. And in the cone, only the front face of the cone is visible, that means this semi ellipse will be visible, and behind this it is invisible. You just do not highlight the behind surface of the cone, and this is the visible tangents. So, it will be appears like this. This is the ellipse. Okay. So, only small portion of this square face is visible. Here it will be like this. So, this is the cube over which we have placed the cone, and its construction in the isometric projection will be as shown in this figure.